Greeting, friends. We begin by acknowledging the presence of God. We recall the words of Jesus, "Where two or three come together in my name, I am there in the midst of you." The Word made flesh, among us and in us. Come, Holy Spirit, fill the hearts of your faithful and enkindle in them the fire of your love. Send forth your Spirit and they shall be created, and you will renew the face of the earth. At the very beginning of creation, God's Spirit hovered over the darkness and brought light and order. He breathed the breath of life into dust and formed man. Jesus promised his followers that they would receive the power of the Holy Spirit and in this way become witnesses to him in the world. At the first Pentecost, the promise of Jesus was fulfilled, and we see a timid group of people becoming brave, filled with courage, who went forth to befriend others and tell them of God's friendship. Pope John the 23rd, at the beginning of the Vatican II, prayed for a new outpouring of the Holy Spirit, so that the Church will have fire in her heart, words on her lips, prophecy in her outlook. Each time we breathe inwards, we take in the breath of life. It is the life of God who sustains us. We breathe in the Spirit of God who is our life. I love the hymn, "Spirit of the Living God." It reminds me of how totally I depend on the Holy Spirit. It is also my prayer for inspiration to live more fully his life within me. In chapter 5 of Joy of the Gospel, Pope Francis calls for evangelizers who will be Spirit-filled and who will proclaim with great courage the newness of the good news. There is emotion and longing in his words. And I quote, he says, "How I long to find the right words to stir up enthusiasm for a new chapter of evangelization, full of fervor, joy, generosity, courage, boundless love, and attraction." He says his words of encouragement are not enough. He hopes for something deeper and richer. And I quote, "that the fire of the Holy Spirit may burn in the heart of each follower of Christ." For Pope Francis, he has something specific in mind when he says that he longs for a Spirit-filled evangelization. By that he means that it is to be guided by the Holy Spirit, and that will stir people to go forth boldly to evangelize all peoples. There are times in life when we think that we're getting nowhere, or at least not fast enough. When we don't, for example, see results from our prayer, from our evangelizing words, and from our love. At such time, Pope Francis has some advice for us. He says, at those times it is possible that the Lord is using us to shower blessings on another part of the world which we may never visit. More fundamentally for him, the Holy Spirit works as he wills, when he wills, and where he wills, as we entrust ourselves without pretending to see striking results. So then, at such times, he's inviting us to rest in the tenderness of the arms of the Father. He urges, let us keep marching forward. Let us give him everything, allowing him to make our efforts bear fruit in his good time. And I end with one of my favourite passages from Joy of the Gospel. It is filled with some clear images, and I read, there is no greater freedom than that of allowing oneself to be guided by the Holy Spirit, renouncing the attempt to plan and control everything to the last detail, and instead letting him enlighten, guide and direct us, leading us wherever he wills. The Holy Spirit knows well what is needed in every time and place. This is what it means to be mysteriously fruitful. May God bless each one of us during this year, that each of us in our own unique settings will be open to the gift of the Holy Spirit. And let us expect him to guide us to be mysteriously fruitful.